Good morning, all.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
So, which was last topic? You remember? Topic we discussed.
Liver, sir.
Design procedure of liver.
Okay, so I remember we ended with the design of hand and foot lever. Is it so?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So today we'll solve numerical on this. And one more thing, which I want to tell you. Many students are asking me for PPTs. Sure, I will send this PPT, but let me finish this unit first. Okay. So once we finish this unit, I will share complete PPT. Okay. And as I also told you to prepare notes. When I'm taking numerical, because design means not a theoretical subject, it's completely numerical subject I'm saying. So you must know the basic concepts, and then we should be able to implement that for designing that components. Suppose in the last session I discussed with you design of hand and foot lever. So you should be able to, with that formula, whatever we discuss, with that formulas, with that concepts, you should be able to design a practically foot lever. That's what our target is. So I request you, whenever whenever I'm discussing in lecture anything, you need to make proper notes of that. If you have time for that, you ask me, sir, okay, wait, sir, I want to write or we need to complete it. I'll give you time, but I request everyone, just make proper notes of design procedure and numericals on each design. At least one numerical must be there on each design procedure. So take care regarding this. Of course, I will share PPT also, but you must have prepared proper notes of yourself. Okay. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we start with the design of a foot lever. And as I told you, design of foot lever and hand lever is same. Only difference is application of load. So this is our numerical statement. This is our statement of problem. The foot lever is 1 meter from the center of the shaft to the point of application of 800 Newton load. Means what is given? The length of the foot lever is 1 meter and the applied load is 800 Newton. So you can say capital L is equal to 1 meter and P is equal to 800 Newton. These are given data. We need to find out diameter of the shaft. What notation we use for diameter of shaft? If you remember, you may take screenshots of this. See, when I am discussing procedure, you may take screenshot of that, which will help you for remembering notations and all for solving numericals. Because you are not writing, then you can take screenshots. I know it is possible. Yes. So what is notation for diameter?
Small d.
Small d.
D1.
Yes, it is. D only. Small d is notation for diameter. Actually, diameter of shaft can be found at two places. One where the lever is attached, and second portion which is overhang portion, in which portion gets fitted in a bearing. So that diameter is D1. I hope you remember. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So there are two diameters we need to find out for shaft. One is D, other one is D1. And we know, okay, I'll discuss in detail how to find the diameter. Second one is we need to find out dimensions of the key. I think we are not discussed dimensions of the how to find key. Yes or no? Have we discussed in design procedure?
No, sir.
Okay, we'll discuss today. Because it is same, just how to find out that. Okay. Third one is dimension of rectangular arm. So whatever the arm is provided for a foot lever, you need to find out dimensions of that arm, but it is given at 60 mm from center of the shaft. At particular position, you need to find out the dimensions. And assuming width of the arm as 3 times thickness. So at that time, it is given the portion at 60 mm, you need to find out from center of the shaft, and its width is given 3 times thickness. So W is equal to 3 times T, that is given for that section. Then allowable stress, tensile stress particularly is 73 MPa, and allowable shear stress is 70 MPa. So I hope you return given data, all of you. Completed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is your diagram we discussed. It is a foot lever. So this one is the shaft diameter D1. The length of the portion of the boss, that is length of the boss is L2. Thickness of the boss is T2, and the D2 is the boss diameter. So T2, D2, L2 are all dimensions related to boss. What is boss? I told you in the session only, previous session only. So D1 and D are the diameter of the shaft. L is the length of the effective length of the arm. Why it is effective? I told you that also. P is the load applied, and B is the width. Here width is given 3 times T or something. So and we need to find out this at some particular section. It's at 60 mm from the center of the shaft. This is all about the numerical statement. Now, how we will proceed? Just first we need to write down the given data. So this data is given. Is it so? Check it, please. L is 1 meter, na? 1 meter means 1000 mm. So this capital L is given. Tau is given. Sigma T is given. P is given. This is all about given data. And what we need to find out first is diameter of the shaft. So which formula? How to find out? Can anyone tell me?
T is equals to pi divided by 16 into tau into d cube.
Okay. So write it is P is equal to, it is P or it is P into L?
T is equals to, sir.
Repeat please. P is equal to,
T is equals to pi divided by 16 into tau into d cube. Firstly, we find out, sir, T. T is equals to capital P into capital L.
that's okay. You said P, I heard P. Okay, write it. Means we need to find out twisting moment. See, before finding dimension, you must know why there is failure. Tell me which kind of failure happens in a shaft diameter of D, let's say, this portion. Which type of failure is there? Because if we know failure, means we know stress, we know applied load, and then we can find out dimension. It's very simple. Remember, design is very simple. What you must know what is basically a reason for failure, which kind of stress is induced there, and of course, the area we must know, and the load applied. If you know these things, load applied, stress induced, area, of course, we'll find out the dimensions. So in this case, yes, anyone please, which kind of load is responsible for this stress here? Why there is failure?
So torsional.
Inside load.
Torsional failure, no, we talk about. There is twisting moment. Twisting moment is there, yes or no? And that twisting moment is due to which moment? P into L. So we need to find out P into L first. I hope we discuss this, if you remember this. Twisting moment is there. Due to this P load applied at discuss L, there is twisting moment of the shaft and there is torsional stress induced. So the twisting moment responsible for producing torsional stress is given by P into L. So we need to find out that T first, that is twisting moment. So twisting moment is equal to P into L. P is 800, L is, how much L is? 1000 mm. So it is 800 into 10 to 3 Newton mm is your twisting moment. Now due to this twisting moment, there is stress. And that stress is nothing but torsional stress. So we need to find out it. So T is equal to, you know, twisting moment is how much? 800 10 to 3. So T is equal to this. What is this? How it get? You know, it is twisting, torsional stress. Formula for torsional stress is pi by 16 into tau into d cube. So twisting moment is known to you, pi constants are known to you, tau is given, we get value of d, nothing but a diameter of the shaft. So find out diameter of the shaft, all of you. I will not repeat formula. You know torsional formula, tell me value. Use twisting moment and tell me value of d. Pi by 16 tau d cube. Yes. Everyone please, find out value and tell me.
So 38.75, approximately 40.
38.76.
Okay, right. So 38.8, approximately 40. Any other answer you are anyone getting? Hello? 56.7. Okay.
No, sir.
Same answer?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So we got D now. Now how to find D1 please? You know what is D1?
Diameter of shaft at center of bearing.
Inside the bearing, okay. This portion, this diameter D1. I hope it is visible to you. Visible?
Yes.
Okay, so this diameter D1 you need to find out, and we know that I told you this portion is subject to two types of movements. One is twisting moment, other one is bending moment. So combined twisting moment is there, equivalent twisting moment is there. Yes or no? How to find equivalent twisting moment? How to find equivalent twisting moment?
So T equal to root of m square plus d square.
Okay, so as this portion is subject to combination of bending and twisting moment, we need to find out equivalent moment, and then due to that moment, which kind of stress is induced. So we know that. Sorry. Okay, before that, okay, we'll find out this letter also. No. But before finding D1, as we got D, then based on D, we need to find out some channel dimensions. As a discussion procedure also. So we need to find out D2, T2, and L2. What is D2, T2, L2? I told you what is D2, T2, and L2. It is what dimension of
Boss. Diameter of boss.
boss. Okay, so we can say diameter of the boss. Then T2 is thickness of the boss, and L2 is length of the boss. These all dimensions related to boss are find out based on diameter D. Once you get D, then there are standard values for finding dimension of boss, and the standards are, so we can, D2 is 1.6 times D, 0.3 times D is T2, 1.25 times D is your L2. So just check whether values are right or not and get these values. Write on this. We get dimension of diameter of the shaft, then we get the standard values. Get this please. Let me tell if any mistakes are there or any values are wrong. This is your second step. First step, complete diameter of shaft. Second step, dimensions of the boss. That is D2, T2, and L2.
So dimensions are the same.
Okay. All of you got this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Completed. So we'll proceed for next. Third step. Now what is third step? We need to find a D1 diameter. For finding diameter D1, as I told you, just like I told you, considering the shaft under combined bending and twisting, the diameter of the shaft at the center of the bearing is given by relation. What relation is this? What is this P into L square plus L square? P in square root of L square plus L square is nothing but your twisting moment. So combined twisting moment, equivalent twisting moment, you can say, is responsible to produce a torsional stress in a shaft of diameter D1, and hence by using this formula, we can find D1. As P is known, L is known, capital L is known. How much L is given? Small L?
Sir, we have to find it. 2 into L2.
1 minute. Okay, that capital L is good. Yes, we can find it. So what is unknown here?
D1.
D1.
Yes, cannot do. We take L as twice L2. We have to assume the small L as twice L2. Then you get answer. Why not D1? Everyone is finding, no? Yes, Ayush Davar. Ayush, you are in lecture or not? Hello? So 8.81. Okay. Others can write your answer in the chat box. Yes. Ayush, you are not audible, I think. Abhijit Kulkarni is not there. Abhijit, are you there? Okay, I think Abhijit is not there. 38.81. Okay, 38.851. Sagapari. Okay, those who find out, just write down answers there. I'll come to know how many of you are solving. Okay. Everyone, those who get, once you got answer, you have to write here in chat box, all of you. Okay. Sridhar. Cool. But I understand others are not there. That means I want to check everyone. Siri, okay. Mukha, Ashish, Shreyansh. And don't copy paste, because once answer is 38 in the range of 38, okay, don't write 38. Whatever answer you are getting, get out there. Abhijit, you are there, okay. Abhi, I asked you, but you are not replied. Am I audible? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Audio distorts. Okay. But I told you, once you got answer, you need to paste that in a chat box so that I understand. Okay, these are solving at least. Means who is not solving, I'll come to know. Okay, so D1 you find out, and the D1 is 38.8 approximately. And that is equal to 14. Okay. Now think about key. Hello, sir. याचा तुमचं लेक्चर चालू होतं ऍक्च्युली लेट झालं होतं ना म्हणून तुम्हाला फोन केला. आज सेकंड होतं. ओके ठीक आहे ठीक आहे ठीक आहे. Okay, so I hope you got this value all up to D1. Okay, इथपर्यंत समजलं का रे? Clear idea about this? What you are finding up here? काय find करायला कळलं पाहिजे आपल्याला? You find out diameter of the shafts in two regions. One is D and other is D1. And you know the reason of failure will be different. One is a combined twisting and bending moment. Other one is only twisting moment. And then we find out dimension of the boss based on some standard values. That's we complete up till now. Now next one is you need to find out, yes, what to find out next?
Dimension of key.
You can see first we find out, that is in the problem it was asked to find out the diameter first, but we find out first one is diameter of the shaft, second one is what? Dimensions of the key. So this is important, actually I have not discussed in last session, key I think, key point, I forgot that. Okay, so we'll discuss now key dimension of the key, how to find out dimension of the key. So one thing remember, for a key, once your diameter is known to you, the shaft diameter is known to you, how much it is? 40 mm. Where you get this 40 mm?
Sir, I think it is same D is equal to D1, so we can make larger the D1 value.
Actually, yes, we must take a larger value, but it is taken same here. But D1 must be somewhat larger because by considering strength, I can say D1 is larger. But okay, we can take same. No worry. Actually, it must be larger. You can take 42 also. Don't worry. But as it is getting D1 is 30 and we are rounding up to 40, so we will not increase to more value. We will take next standard value, so 40 mm. By considering the stresses, permissible stress given, we take it as 40 mm. Don't increase it more because D1 D is 38.8 only, and this is also 38.8. So we are going to take to 40 mm. Unnecessarily don't increase it. Second thing, what I want to say is dimension of the key we need to find out. Remember, for finding key dimensions, we can find its width, that is width and thickness, by considering diameter. So standard values are available for key diameters. That is, you can see what is anything you want about key here, which key anything. Type of key is not there. Okay. In unit number 2, we need to study type of keys, shafts, and coupling. Okay. In that, in more detail, we get about this keys. Remember, you can take direct value of W and T based on diameter, and for this, we need to refer design data book. If you want, I will show you. I will send. Wait, I will send you one. Okay, on WhatsApp group, I'm sharing one image. So you get idea how these key dimensions can be selected. Okay. TB. Okay, check it please. All of you are there. So check the image I sent on WhatsApp. What I want to tell you, if diameter is known to you, so what is first column is in that image? पाहिले का नाही? Hello.
Shaft diameter.
Yes.
Shaft diameter.
Shaft diameter. So we know whether we know shaft diameter now. आपल्याला माहिती आहे का? See, what we need to find out? We need to find out shaft diameter. Once we know shaft diameter, then based on shaft diameter, we can select standard dimension of the key. Okay. So this is from design data book. I'm saying. Now, what diameter you are getting? How much your value is?
40 mm.
38.
40 mm. Now,
40
okay.
mm.
40 mm. So actual value is 38, and we are after rounding it to 40 mm. So for 38, you can see in the first above 38 and up to and including 44, because our value is between 38 to 44. Yes or no? समझते का? First column diameter is 38. Next column it is 40 up to 44. So from 38 to 44, if diameter is there, then you need to select cross section as 12 8. Is it clear to you? What is 12 and what is 8? Width of the key is 12 and height is 8. पाहिले का? Or shall I take that image here? हे समजले काय केलं?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now if I ask you for this diameter, how much width you will take and height you will take for key?
12 and 8.
Clear? किती कोणा समजलं रे?
Yes, sir.
You can doubt to ask. ज्यांना समजलं त्यांनी विचारा. मी परत समजवलं काय करायचं. सगळ्यांना समजले का?
Yes, sir.
It's very simple. Just check your diameter in the diameter column. Check your diameter range. Now here it is 38 and 38.8, but we round up to 40. So if your range is between our range is 40 mm, so it is 38 to 44 mm our range. So in front of that, check value of width and check value of height. In our case, it is 12 and 8. So width is 12 and height is 8. If you are in doubt, you can ask. So that's why we take width is equal to 12 mm and height is equal to, that is thickness is equal to 8 mm. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Otherwise, you will confuse, sir. From here, you take these values. Okay. Now,
Yes, sir.
okay. Now we got this value. Okay. Now what is next? So we need to find out length of the key. Okay. And the length of the key is obtained by considering shearing of the key. Not only shearing, there are also some other failure also. So we know that the key is subject to shearing failure. Okay. And the twisting moment T. Oh, you need to understand this first. How we got this? What is this? Anyone can tell me? Anyone can explain me this? What is this? A formula कसा आलाय काय आलाय सांगा बरं. Just try to understand. काय फॉर्म्युला आहे पाहा ना. काय फॉर्म्युला 800 into 10 ची कसली व्हॅल्यू तुम्ही फाइंड केलीत ना कसली व्हॅल्यू आहे?
The twisting moment.
Twisting moment.
हां. तर ट्विस्टिंग मोमेंट नंतर पुढे काय केलं पहा बरं. L1 W D2 हे काय आहे? कशावर आले सांगा बरं.
So that is width of the key, then thickness of the key.
Sir, area.
Okay. And why the area means which area we consider here? Sharing area L1 into W into tau. Y multiplied by D by 2. Anyone? का multiply केला sir? Yes, please. Simple, very simple. Shearing failure of the key. You know, twisting moment happen and then yes, anyone? Logical answer any?
So the length of the key L1 is obtained. It is by considering the shearing of the key. No?
But see what formula is. What is formula in that case? So basic formula is so force is equal to you can put so or you can say load is equal to काय असतो formula stress find करायला. Stress is equal to load upon area ना simple. समजते का नाही? So this tau is equal to this load upon area. But why then what is your area? L1 into W into D by 2. Anyone? No, आपण तुम्हाला समजतं.
Yes, sir. We got.
Yes, please. Can you explain? सांगता येईल का? नाही. ठीक आहे, आन्सर तुम्ही समोर घ्या, हरकत नाही, असू द्या. लॉजिक लाव करा, सगळं समोर तुमच्या म्हणजे समोर समजून घ्यायचे काय झालं, रिव्हर्स इंजिनिअरिंग करायचं. आणि असं बऱ्याच वेळा करावं लागतं तुम्हाला सगळं. इंडस्ट्रीमध्ये तुम्हाला काही पाठ करायची गरज पडत नाही, तुमच्याकडे सगळं रेफरन्स अवेलेबल असतं. फॉर्म्युला तुम्ही जर टाकू ना, डिझाईन ऑफ द की, सगळं काही भेटून जाईल. तुम्हाला हे तर कळलं पाहिजे ना की त्याने केलंय काय. तुम्ही पाठ पण नाक करू. ऍक्च्युअल प्रॅक्टिस मध्ये पाठ करावं लागत नाही, आपल्या सगळ्या गोष्टी अवेलेबल आहेत आता गुगलवरती. की डिझाईन करायचे, शार्प डिझाईन करायचं, सगळं सगळं अवेलेबल. तुम्हाला कळलं पाहिजे होतं काय केलं जाईल, दुसऱ्यांनी काय केलं आपल्याला कळतं, त्याचं बघून आपल्याला करता आलं पाहिजे. येस, एनीवन प्लीज. नाही सांगतायत.
सर स्टँडर्ड युनिट ऑप्टेन करण्यासाठी ट्विस्टिंग मुवमेंट न्यूटन mm असतो ना, सो त्याला ऑप्टेन करण्यासाठी त्यांनी असं केलं असेल.
ट्विस्टिंग मोमेंट न्यूटन एम असतं म्हणून काय केलं, मग एम डिवाइड केलं असं म्हणायचं का?
नाही सर, ते टोटल युनिट येण्यासाठी ते केलं असं मला वाटतं. न्यूटन mm.
थोडं थोडं अंदाज आला, थोडं बरोबर कळलंय. अजून पण थोडं मोर डिटेल सांगता पाहिजे, असं का युनिट बॅलन्स करणं ते ओके. युनिट बॅलन्स ऑटोमॅटिक होतं, तुम्हाला फॉर्म्युला बरोबर असेल तुमचा, युनिट आपोआप बॅलन्स. मग इथं कसं केलं बरोबर लास्ट केस मध्ये? हॅलो,
Yes.
आता आपण लास्ट केस मध्ये जो फॉर्म्युला यूज करत होता, हा फॉर्म्युला, त्याच्यात कसं युनिट बॅलन्स हा काय तुमचा? ठीक आहे, ट्विस्टिंग मोमेंट आहे ती. ठीक आहे, ठीक आहे. न्यूटन एम आहे ना. न्यूटन एम इज इक्वल टू काय केलं, कुठं काय केलं? π/16 टाऊ इंटू डी क्यूब. इथं काय केलं? बॅलन्स झालं बरोबर, बरोबर नाही? अरे π/16 टाऊचं काय, न्यूटन पर mm स्क्वेअर. डी क्यूब काय तुमचा? क्यूब आहे ना तो.
Yes.
तो एक mm राहिला. सो दॅट mm and this mm get cancelled. It will be Newton only. समजते? हा फॉर्म्युला डायरेक्ट भेटला तुम्हाला. मग तुमचा किचा फॉर्म्युला काय असेल? एनीवन?
सर ती की शाफ्ट मध्ये इन्सर्ट होणार, तर त्याचा शेअरिंग होणार त्यात, त्यामुळे त्याचं d/2 घेतलं गेलं.
हे बघा, आता ही की कुठे समजते तुम्हाला? हे तर की समजते, हे बघा. ओके, हा की पोर्शन बरोबर आहे. टॉप मध्ये की तुम्हाला दिसते की इथे की हा डी पोर्शन आहे, अर्ध डायमीटर डी आहे. ओके, आणि तुमचा की हा आहे विड्थ आणि थिकनेस झाला तुमचा. विड्थ थिकनेस 12 आणि 8. हा 8 आहे, हा 12 आहे. आणि लेंथ किती आहे ते आपल्याला काढायचं. तुम्हाला सांगा, लेंथ ऑफ द की म्हणजे काय? लेंथ ऑफ L2 झाली का? हे सर नो म्हणता येईल ना आपल्याला. पूर्ण जर की असेल ती पूर्णपर्यंत एंड पर्यंत, स्टार्ट पासून एंड पर्यंत, तर आपण काय म्हणू शकतो, लेंथ ऑफ द की नथिंग बट युअर L2. आता क्वेश्चन असा आहे, तुम्हाला फॉर्म्युला कळलेला नाही, हा कसा आला?
Hello, sir. Sir,
Yes.
torque transmitted by the force into radius. So the diameter, then we'll take the force is equals to L into W into tau, and R is taken by the d/2.
Who is telling me this?
Sir, Harshal Rajput.
Harshal, okay, you're right. But repeat what you're saying slowly. What you're saying. See what is given to you, what you're writing first. Let's say that 800 into 10 raised to 3. Others please understand. I'm not going to repeat this now. 800 into 10 raised. What is this? Tell me. Newton mm. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Harshal.
Yes, sir.
800 into 10 raised to 3 is what? Newton mm, na?
Sir.
Okay. Next, now tell me what you're saying. Right hand side.
So in right hand side, in their twisting moment, then torque is torque formula is force into radius.
Right.
So we'll take up force. We can take force that L1 into W into tau.
right?
And r is the radius, then the radius will take the d by 2, the length diameter of the shaft.
right. समजलं का तरी काय सांगितलं तुम्हाला? इज राईट. समजलं, त्याला समजलं, हे मला कळलं. तुम्हाला कळलं सांगा मला. तर पहिला एक काम करा, त्या दोन गोष्टीचं सेपरेट करा. What is this and what is this? This is nothing but a force applied. Yes or no? Force responsible. Force responsible for it, for this twisting moment. Let's say, because this actually काय होतं असं की मध्ये काय होतं? This is your, let's say, applied moment. Means in a, on any shaft, in a machine component, there will be a equilibrium condition is there. There is a applied torque and what is the resisting torque. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yes.
One torque is applied torque, other torque is a resisting torque. Let's say this one is your applied torque. How much applied torque is? That is moment is torque unit क्या असेल? Newton mm ना?
800 into 10⁻³
800 into what this one is, okay. So this is your applied torque. Here it is, Newton mm मध्ये, and it is equal to resisting torque. Now how much resisting torque is? You can say nothing but force into s radius. How much radius is now? D by 2. Because what we are finding, we are going to fit that T in a shaft of diameter D. So F into R, nothing but F into D by 2. Yes or no? समझले का नहीं?
Yes, sir.
How much F is now? This F is responsible for which kind of failure? Shearing force. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
समझते का नहीं? Shearing force, shearing failure. So force is equal to, you know that it is shearing stress. Shearing stress is equal to S is equal to F. Yes, understand? समझते का नहीं? Is equal to F upon what area? How much area is now? Shearing area. L1 into W. So F is equal to tau into L1W. That is tau. F is equal to tau into L1W. This is your shearing area. This is your shearing stress. Multiply by radius. You get value of this. And shearing area, why L1 into W only? Because you can see here, in the top you might be, it is visible. So see, it is said L1 is complete length and its width is how much? W. So this, I'm saying this will be W1. Let's say this is W. Okay, and this is the length. In the top view you can see this, and in the front sectional view. So it will be like this, somewhat like this in this view. Okay, that I'm telling you. Okay, so you can see this one is a shearing area. This one is L1 into this one is a W. Assume it. समझते हैं सर? I'm trying to draw it here.
Yes, sir.
But now it is very difficult for me to draw this particularly. Okay. If there is pain, then I can draw properly. Okay. So you can like this, you can understand this one is your sharing area, this one. That is L1 into W. So, right, Harshal, right, you are right. Okay, I'm happy I understood that. Others, just we balance that. Because applied torque is equal to resisting torque. That simple concept we took here for a key. Applied torque is nothing but your twisting moment, that is 800 into 10⁻³ and resisting torque is equal to force into radius. Force into radius how much? F into D by 2. Radius is R. Then force is nothing but shearing area, that is tau into L1 into W. So with this we will get value of
L1.
L1. So find out that and tell me. Find out value, please. You know formula I just told you. Sanga button. Value sanga.
47.6.
10.61.
47.6.
1.619.
Okay. Okay, so L1 we need to find out is how much? 47.6 mm. Okay, and we take approximately equal to length of the boss, that is L2 also, and approximately we take both values, that is length of the boss and length of the key, approximately equal to 50 mm. Okay, so we get two from this. One is length of the key, and second thing what you find out? Hello. You already find out na length of the boss. How much it is 50 mm. समझते क्या? Hello.
Yes.
Length of the box we already find out that is 50 mm. What we consider, we got L1 as 47.6 mm, but we may take that value equal to length of the box because both are in the same region. So we take full key. Understand? Entire length. आपण key पूर्ण portion मध्ये टाकली होती. That's why we take it as equal to 50 mm. So L1 is equal to L2 is equal to yes 50 mm. Now we got length of the key, and it is given. Now we need to find dimension of the rectangle arm. And where we need to find out it? Third condition. काय विचारले? Third condition. काय विचारले? Dimension find करा arm चे. जो lever आहे आपला त्याच्या arm चे lever arm चे dimension find करा. But where? At 60 mm from the center of the shaft. So in order to find its dimension at 60 mm from the center of the shaft, one more condition given is if T is thickness of the arm, it is given width of the arm is 3 times T. It is given to you. Understand? इतना समझेगा? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we need to find out T and B. Okay, we need to find out these dimensions. B is width and T we need to find out which kind of stress will be there, which kind of force will be there, which kind of failure is there. Can anyone tell me? How to find dimension of the arm? क्या सर फॉर्मूला क्या सर?
Sir, bending stress.
So tensile bending stress.
Tensile bending stress. Tensile or bending stress or tensile and bending stress like this one what? दोन्ही कसं असेल रे काहीतरी वेगळं असेल ना at a time अशाच आपलं काय दिलं 60 mm सांगितलं पूर्ण आर्मची लेंथ किती आहे how much it is complete one is effective arm length किती आहे hello complete arm length is how much 1 meter na
1000 mm.
1000 mm is 1 meter only. Yes. So if it is 1 meter, but from we are not going to find out at 1 meter, but we need to find out bending moment at 60 mm. 60 mm from the center of the shaft. So to find out this, we need to find out the distance from center of the shaft. So how much remaining then? If you subtract that distance, then समजून घ्या. Okay. This distance is how much? Capital L is how much? 1000.
Actually, you have to do 1000 minus 60.
1000 minus 60. Okay, good. Let's check it. How to find out? So what we can see here, moment we need to find out. Force is 800 into how much distance? How much distance is 1000 minus 60. I hope you understand why minus 60 because we need to find out at that distance. So our answer in our case is now it is 752 into 10 raised to 3 Newton mm. This is your what is this m? It's a bending moment at that section. Once you get bending moment, we can find section modulus, and once you get section modulus, we can find further dimensions. So section modulus formula is known to you, nothing but T into B square by 6. It's nothing but I upon Y formula. I is nothing but yes, what is I? Moment of inertia.
Moment of inertia.
Okay, divided by distance. Okay, from neutral axis. So that goes based on I upon Y. We get value of Z, and as the section is rectangular one, so formula is T into B square by 6. Now here I know B is 3 times T. So put value of B in terms of T. We get this Z in terms of T. Now M is known, Z is known. But we can find out then.
T.
Yes, we can find out.
T.
How we can find out?
Thickness. Sir, by using bending stress formula M by Z.
Yes, please. What? Repeat.
Sir, bending stress formula is M by Z. Then by putting the value of moment and then the Z means polar moment of inertia. That is, we can find out 1.5 into T cube. So
Okay.
then we know the bending stress and the moment. So by using this, we can find out the polar moment, and this one we can find the thickness.
Right. So we got now M, that is bending moment. We got section modulus. Next, what we can find out is bending stress, and we know that bending stress is equal to sigma T is equal to M by Z. Sigma T is known, M is known, Z is known, but indirectly in terms of T. So from this we get value of T, which is approximately 19 to 20 mm. And once you got T, you can find dimension of B. And B is 3 times T, as we know. We get value of T and B by using bending stress. I think it's very easy to find out this bending dimension of the arm. Yes, we consider bending moment at that section which is given to you. Then find out section modulus and get bending stress formula. From that we get value of T, and from T you can find out B. I hope it is clear to all. Just note down this. Okay, completed.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is what B. What is T and B basically? Yes, what is T and B?
So T is the thickness of the arm.
But where? Right? At which portion? I'm asking. Is it uniform
At
throughout?
cross section of liver.
The thickness of liver.
But where I'm saying?
Then near the boss.
At what distance? अरे आपला विचार
60 mm.
60 mm. समजलं ना? आपल्याला काय विचारलं नाही? Find out dimension of the arm at 60 mm from the center of the shaft. मग आपण काय केलंय लक्षात घ्या. What we did here? We subtract the distance ना. 1000 minus 60. समजते का नाही?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
मला वाटत नाही समजलं तुम्हाला. तुम्ही काय कळलं समजलं? इकडे बघा. So हे बघ. This one is, let's say, समजून घ्या. ही तुमची लेंथ आहे.
So it is along the foot plate side.
So you can see this one is your complete length. How much this one is? Length is 1 mm. Sorry, 1 किती मीटर ना?
Meter.
Okay. त्यांनी विचारलं काय? At distance of 60 mm. Let's say here. From where 60 mm? From center of the shaft.
Center of shaft.
Let's say I'm talking about here at this portion. समजते का? इथं पण ह्या पण व्ह्यू मध्ये घ्या आणि ह्या व्ह्यू मध्ये पण घ्या. तर ह्या हे डिस्टन्स किती तुमचा? डिस्टन्स किती आहे?
60 mm.
60 mm. ह्या पोर्शनला तुम्हाला डायमेन्शन विचारायचं. तुम्ही फाइंड केलं, बी फाइंड केलाय आणि बी फाइंड आउट ऑल्सो टी. समजते का नाही? तो बी तुम्हाला टॉप व्ह्यू मध्ये दिसेल, टी तुम्हाला ह्या स्कर्ट सेक्शन मध्ये दिसेल. सो बी अँड टी वी फाइंड आउट ऍट दिस सेक्शन. समजते का नाही? ज्या बट इज इट युनिफॉर्म? तो युनिफॉर्म राहिलाय का? बी टी थिकनेस युनिफॉर्म राहिलाय. बट अबाउट बी आता ते ऑफकोर्स त्याचा फुट प्लेटचा पण चेंज होईल. बट म्हणजे थोडक्यात त्या सेक्शन तुमचा युनिफॉर्म नाहीये. म्हणून तुम्हाला काय फाइंड करावं लागेल? येस, ऍट द एंड वी कॅन ऑल्सो फाइंड आउट so the width thickness we assume same. So width of the arm is taper while thickness is kept constant throughout, and hence width of the arm on the foot plate side is changed. We assume it is changing, and it is nothing but B1 is equal to B by 2. So at that section, at 60 mm from center, it is how much? 60 mm. But at foot plate, it is how much? 30 mm. So this is your complete design of a foot lever. Clear? समजलंय का?
Yes, sir.
So you can check what we find out. It's very simple. We started with diameter of the shaft, that is D, in the region where arm is connected. In the bearing region also, that is D1. So for finding D, we consider which failure? Twisting failure, pure torsion, because a twisting moment. Then in case of a boss, we find out the dimension by using standard values. Then in case of a bearing region, diameter of shaft is found by using combined twisting and bending moment. After that, we find out the dimension of the key by considering standard values for a diameter which we obtain, that is 40 mm. And then we find out the failure of the key by shearing failure. And by considering that, we get value of L1. But we assume L1 is equal to L2, which was 50 mm. At the end, we also find out dimensions of the arm at a distance which is given 60 mm. At that region, we find out the value of T and B, that is thickness and the width. And at the end, we assume thickness is kept constant, while width of the arm on the foot plate is half of the obtained at particular section, that is 60 mm. So 60 by 2 is 30 mm. That's what is complete design of a foot lever. Clear to all?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next part we'll complete in next lecture. Okay. Nearly, I given you complete overall idea about the design of the levers to you. So I hope you must able to now design any lever. Of course, we'll take two more examples. That is safety valve and bell crank lever will take. But I think there is no issue to understand that also, because we discussed basics of that. So I request you, if possible, just go through different designs of levers, and if you any doubt, then you can discuss with me. Otherwise, you can apply your knowledge to design levers. Clear?
Okay, sir.
Most of the part we completed. Okay. The problem is we are not receiving till date. We are not received final copy. But your copy I received